to the channel, and if you're new, hello, I'm Nightwolf, and this is Siete, Chapter 2, Part 4, and for those of you who are new and don't know what Siete is a book I have been working on, so I hope you enjoy. Bye! Wow, it's literally like an apartment in here, Danny says. Honey, who's that? There is a male's voice coming from the kitchen. Just an old friend. What old friend are you talking about? How about you stop stealing food out of the pantry and get in here? Draven said, a little frustrated. Ugh, fine. There are footsteps growing louder coming from the kitchen. Then in the kitchen doorframe was a rather tall man with black hair and some gray streaks of hair, along with red fading in the back. We're just meeting everybody today, Danny says, smiling. Oh, that's who you meant by old friend. How have you been? The man says, looking at Danny. Amelia, who was hiding behind Danny, was unable to recognize the man. Don't be afraid, Amelia. It's Agrin. I know it's been a while, and he's also growing gray hair. Hey, I'm not that old. It's only a few gray hairs, Agrin says, seeming hurt. Oh, I couldn't recognize you with the gray hair, Amelia says, laughing. See, I told you the gray hair makes you look old. Y'all are just mean, Agrin says, pouting. But I still love you, Draven said, kissing Agrin on the cheek. Ew, gross, Amelia says, turning away. Everyone starts bursting with laughter. So what brings you here to my museum? Draven asked. Well, me and Amelia were going to just hang out, not knowing we were going to get bombed with questions. Also, I didn't know that you were going to be here, Danny says. Well, how about you stay for a little bit? Draven said, gesturing to the couches. They all sit down on the couches. Amelia and Danny were on one couch, Draven and Agrin were on the other. Well, since we are all here, would you and Agrin like to tell us how you met me? Danny says, breaking the silence. Why is that? You already know, Draven says, confused. Amelia, my granddaughter, wants to know how I met you guys and the others. Oh, okay. Would you like to start with my story or Agrin's story? Also, have you heard any of the other stories? Draven asked. Well, Amelia says quietly, I've heard, I think, half of Mr. Knight's story. Ah, okay. How about we start with my story then, Draven says. When I met Danny, it was Saturday, I think. I was looking at one of my pieces when Danny came next to me. The art in this place is truly amazing, isn't it? Huh? Oh, yeah, it is. My name's Danny, by the way. Draven. So you're the one that did this piece. Yeah, I did this one. It's amazing. I can't even draw a stick figure, let alone this. Thank you. It also takes lots of practice. If I were to go back about 5 years, I wouldn't be this good. Well, I guess that's not everyone is talented. Yeah. We talked for a while. We looked at some of the other paintings as well. It was peaceful until this man right here, she points to Agrin, and his goons started to steal one of my paintings. Someone stop them! They're stealing a painting! Hey, stop right there. Ah, Detective Bufford. I don't mean to interrupt, but wasn't Rhodey also there? Oh yeah, he was there, Draven says, looking up at the ceiling like she was deep in thought. Back to the story. Ah, Detective Bufford. It's Buford. Yeah, whatever. By the time the officers and Detective Buford, Buford, had gotten to them, they were up the ladder and out the roof. Everyone stayed inside, but this crazy person, she points to Danny, decides to follow them. What? I gotta say, I love a good adventure. Yeah. Anyway, we went out of the side door, and that's when we met. Agrin, get your butt back in here, Draven says, yelling toward the kitchen. Dang it. I thought I could get past you. Guess not, Agrin says, coming from the kitchen with a handful of snacks. Agrin sat down and handed Amelia a king-size candy bar. You want it? Sure, Amelia says happily, grabbing the candy bar. Anyway, back to the story. We get outside fast enough to confront the criminals. We block the only way for them to get out and escape. Get out of the way, ladies. We don't want to hurt you. We ain't moving. And you need to give that painting back to the museum. You really think this is a good idea, Danny? I'm positive. Since you won't move out of the way, we will have to force you out of the way. One of our Goonies tried to push Danny out of the way. It didn't end well for the guy, but it was cool to watch. Danny grabbed his arm and flipped the man onto his back. Anyone else? One of them found a different way out, and they all ran like there was a predator behind them. They were all scared of Danny, and the one that had the painting dropped it and bolted out of there, like his life depended on it. Wait, you really did that? Amelia asked in astonishment. Yep, I sure did. Finally, the police and Detective Buford got out to where we were. Oh, and also, the man that tried to push Danny was knocked out. Took you long enough. I am Detective Buford. Did you see where those criminals went? Yes, but they dropped the painting. Really? Okay. Then who did that to this one? Buford was pointing to the man that was knocked out by me and Danny. Me. And Danny said that proudly, but the detective didn't really believe them. Really? You did that to him? How? Sir, I am a single parent of 3 kids. Okay, so far you have met Danny, Rhodey, Agrant, and Draven. And you still have 3 other main characters to meet. So, make a guess on who's going to go next. You have Harry, Jeremy, and Maddie. So, guess which one's story is going to go next. And I hope you have a great day. Bye!